This is modern Earth. For eons, magic, advanced technology, and other strange phenomena have remained hidden from people like you and me. One day in March 2019, all of that changed with the Unveiling. 10-foot-tall metal insectoid creatures arrived through portals and wrought destruction. Zed, Goose, Tyke, and Carl fought the horrors, but in the chaos, a mysterious company called IS Corp seized the opportunity and traded protection for power and resources. Our heroes saw them for what they really are: evil. They turned an IS Corp agent named Fitz to their cause, and now they fight IS Corp as they uncover the source of the attack on our realm. Welcome to another episode of RPGs Anonymous. I'm Zachary, I'm your GM. Let's meet the rest of the cast.
Hi there, my name's Aaron. I play Carl Nelson, and just about anything you could do now, you could definitely do later. Just put it off.
And I am Colby, playing Shane Goose Bailey. Definitely convinced that Area 52 is a hoax.
I'm Nick, and I play Ajax, and as our GM put it, bark, bark, bark.
And I'm Jacob, playing Tyke. What have you always wanted to know?
Very good, very good. So let's get right into the recap. Let's do it really quick. What do you guys remember from last time and all of that stuff and what we've been doing and everything?
Bad things want to eat my face.
I read the mind of a horror, and it was the horror that killed my friend Jeff. Tyke's friend Jeff.
Yep.
Yes.
That happened. Y'all are in the IS Corp compound, searching for and having found, ostensibly, information leading to information about Goose's wife's murder. And in the process of that, you were surrounded by a bunch of IS Corp people. They wanted actually to not fight anymore. Their leader at the moment, a counter agent that you've come into contact before, named Serafina, Fina for short, wanted to just talk because she knew she could not stop you guys from leaving if you guys so desired, and did not want more violence. Yes, Jacob.
What? Yeah, so what's the platoon or whatever of highly trained IS Corp operatives doing while all these horrors show up?
We're supposed to use them as an asset.
Yeah. So
okay.
We'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Because it's just sort of they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
All right.
So, as you guys are talking, you played a video for everybody, where a bunch of IS Corp perspectives were gassed and then experimented on, and then everybody in the room that is an IS Corp agent acted pretty horrified and surprised, not having known that information before, which is new information for you guys also. And shortly after that, one of the guard members began acting strangely. Ajax sniffed him out as being deceptive because everybody else was kind of putting their weapons down and helping out. And very quickly they began glowing with this purple energy you guys have associated with some bad stuff and sort of IS Corp related bad stuff. And they opened up a bunch of rifts in space and sort of killed themselves in the process, and out of those rifts came some horrors, which are these 8 to 12, 14 foot tall. I think we decided on 14. They're about a story and a half, 2 stories. They're 2-story tall, metal insectoid creatures that have these chrome metal exoskeleton things, and these weird rotating shark teeth in a bunch of different rows. And these big scythe-like appendages, they ripped through these portals and started coming in. One of them actually made it out and is threatening you guys. The rest of them are kind of stuck behind these portals. And Tyke decided to read the mind of one of them, finding out that they have been coerced into doing this. They are sort of animalistic. And the one that is that has been attacked by Ajax and is still kind of in the portal is the one that killed Tyke's friend Jeff in the first episode, I think, or second episode. I don't remember. remember. Right in the beginning. Tyke's good friend Jeff, whose jacket he is currently wearing. We were doing kind of an initiative thing, and we're in, I believe, the second round of that. Tyke just went. The rest of you have a turn to go through, and then it will be the horrors' turns. Basically, also thank you, Colby, for the resub. Because there you go. Cool. Also, Colby, you are like brighter than the sun right now. I don't know if that is something you can affect. You're even glowier than me, which is kind of saying something.
Aaron told me if you aim your ring light at the wall, it'll still reflect, but it won't make you.
Well, I haven't seen the inside of Colby's room from the random turning of a camera and looked at every angle of the room because I happened to be watching when you readjusted your entire setup. I don't know if he has a wall behind him or in front of him, or I'll stop talking.
I also need to turn my light down because I'm really bright as well. So I'm gonna do that. So yeah, you guys are in initiative. Tyke just went, so the three of you have an opportunity to go. The IS Corp people are completely and totally dumbfounded and acting very slowly. At the moment, they're still reacting to a lot of stimuli. One, they are very tense because they almost had to fight and probably die and or kill to you guys, to and by you guys. Then they just saw a video of the company they work for doing some really, really heinous shit, like supervillain stuff that they were not aware of. And then three, one of their own ripped a bunch of claw marks in his chest and then opened up portals into the wherever these horrors came from, and horrors started coming out. And I don't know if you guys know, like your players and or characters know this, but they have been highly trained to fight the horrors. That is their whole job right now, and has been for a long time. So they are currently dumbfounded because of this very quick series of events. So basically, each of these NPC people, groups, or whatever, are going to act as basically like an asset for you guys to determine what they're doing or not. So you have Seraphina herself, the leader. She's the counter agent. Then you have the actual like mooks, the IS Corp minion guys, guard guys. Then you have Fitz, and I think that's it. Is that it? Oh, and Dan in the mech.
Which Tyke is in.
Yes, which Tyke is in. Which I believe, Tyke, you went unconscious with that last spell, correct? Is that am I correct?
I believe that's what you said.
Yeah.
Or you would. I believe I gave you the use of your encounter power if you want to do that. So I think you would go unconscious if you don't want to use that power.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use it. I think I did to get some extra successes.
That's
so
right. Yeah, I believe you did.
I'll stay up.
Yeah, so you're conscious at 0 strain. I believe you take like 1 wound per round or whatever, and you can use wounds for spell casting now. So we'll get to that next round when it's like your turn. I want to know, as you're doing, like you go in and you delve into the mind of this horror that is on the cusp of breaking out of the portal. Ajax is sort of standing in its way, nipping at him. So he's having trouble. He's like afraid. It rather is afraid of like getting into this portal. You read its mind. Do you communicate any of that with the rest of them? Because you guys have this psychic conference call thing going on as well.
I think I'm going to communicate everything except the Jeff part.
Okay. So essentially, these horrors have been corralled and by force coerced into going through these portals and attacking things. They are animalistic. They are less. I would put them on the sentience scale. They are further down than dogs, just for like reference. And so that is what he communicates over the thing. The NPCs are all just absolutely flabbergasted, kind of surprised, not doing anything. I guess in shock would be the word. Like there's just so much going on. So who wants to go and do a thing?
I will try to get everyone's attention by firing one shot into the air, and then just shout out, "Process later, run now."
Okay, Cool. I dig that. I want you to roll me a leadership check.
Ooh.
Oof.
That's not the right charisma check for him, or whatever it is.
Eh,
What?
what? How hard do you think this is?
So let's see. There's so much stuff going on. So I'm going to give you an automatic success at the end for these guys being essentially an asset for you. There's just a bunch of stuff going into that. So rather than like giving an upgrade or a blue dry, I'm just going to give you an single success at the end. That is a bunch of stuff. They're highly trained. This is what they do. You are an ex-military person. We've determined that you were an officer with people under you at one point. So that's all of that stuff wrapped up into one. You get an auto success, and let's say also an auto advantage at the end, to whatever that is. Beyond that, again, 3 different major events happening that are really shock inducing. So I'm going to put this at hard. So 3 purple. They are not your nemesis at the moment, so I'm not upgrading that at all. And I think that's it. Yeah, I'll just put it at hard with an automatic success and advantage at the end. So 3 purples. Doom. Okay, so I believe that ends in 1 success total. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so nothing special or interesting really happens. You fire your gun in the air and say process now, run, or process later, run now, and I think that's exactly what happens. It sort of like shakes these guys out of their like shock. I think because it is neither advantage nor threat. I think about half of them remember to like pick up their guns before they run, or had their guns still on them. So half of them are unarmed and just bolting, and half of them are still armed or remember to grab their guns before they run. So there's a bunch of guns on the ground still, and half of them are totally unarmed and they just start running. I think that is
Are you
a
all
very
looking at the same result I'm looking at? I see him having 1 threat, no success.
He was given an auto success.
Yeah, I gave him an auto success
Yeah.
and an auto advantage. So
Okay.
the advantage cancels out the threat, and then he has a
Sorry.
success. You're good. So I think that is probably your action thing. So if you would like to maneuver, you can still do so. The one that is in the room solidly is like I said, at the edge of short range from everybody except for Tyke and Carl, because they are right up there, near that place. So what do you want to move or maneuver or anything like that as well?
Yeah, I think I'll move over to the door to like start waving people out as I stand there to go out last.
Okay, cool. Let me pull up the thing. Because you succeeded in the leadership check, I'm going to give you the option of which direction they go. You guys, I believe, let me verify this because I have a terrible memory. You guys are in this like security airlock area. You are on one side. There is an exit on the opposite side. So they can either go back the way that they were, they like came in here, or back the way you guys came in here, one of which is east, one of which is west. Do you care? Do you need more information, or do you care which way they go, or is it just like GTFO?
Hopefully towards the quickest exit.
They're kind of equidistant, because again, these guys are surrounding you, and this is a big group of people. This is a few dozen
I meant like
people.
exit out of like this floor / this building.
I see. Okay. So you guys came in to the north. So east, back the way you guys came, basically back towards the rest of your bodies where Ajax is. Well, not bodies, because you guys are conscious again. Towards the mech, towards Ajax, towards everybody else. So you are actually closer to the door than they are. So you go to the door, you're like, get out of here. Everybody starts funneling out. Everybody behind you starts running. And there's this big, because again, there are dozens of these guys. So there's a big chaos. And in this like area, I think it is going to be difficult for anybody to move throughout this. So keep that in mind. And that leaves us with Ajax and Carl to do a thing.
Carl's going to step forward, the flail and the crook. He's going to cross them, drop them directly on the chest of this dude who ripped himself in pieces, and try and close those gates by healing him and resurrecting him.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Because I've healed things before. I know how to do it.
Okay, so okay. Let's break this down. Here's what we'll do. Which is the primary goal of this? To close the portals or to heal him?
Carl is assuming that if he's alive, those portals won't be.
Okay.
So his primary goal is to bring this guy back to life.
Okay. Interesting.
Introducing resurrection magic.
I had not thought of this. So
snag.
Jacob, I need you to pull me a tarot card.
right.
While Carl is rolling this. I think I'm gonna set this pretty difficult. Do your primal and do it against, I'll say 2 red and 2 purple. And I think I want to add some more stuff in here. Go ahead.
I would like to use the 7 of Wands to give a success and advantage to Aaron's roll, because it literally says success and advantage
Okay.
in the description of the card.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm good with that. Fate is smiling upon him for this. I want to add more into this though. 2 reds, 2 purples. I feel like I need to add some black dice. Yeah, I'm just gonna add 2 black dice also. Yeah. 2 reds, 2 purples, 2 blacks against your stuff.
I'll say, so I'm rolling 3 greens, 2 yellows, 2 red,
And 2 black.
2 purple,
Purple. Yep, and 2 black.
and the
And
2
you'll have-
blacks the 2 blacks I'm removing with my knack for it trait for
Okay,
using
fine.
primal.
Cool. And you'll add a success and an advantage at the end.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, we're hoping everybody cross their fingers for a triumph.
Bam.
Okay, so here's the thing.
It's a failure, though.
Yeah, you fail and you get a triumph, which is kind of perfect because
we're adding that success onto the end there, so it's a triumph.
Yeah, no,
because it's
still
a wash.
Yeah, it's a wash and an advantage and a triumph. So
I'm trying really hard here.
So
I tried, buddy.
This is no. Actually, what based off of the words that came out of Aaron's mouth, this is the perfect role for you guys, because healing him is the thing that you were trying to do, bringing him back, and that just does not happen. This dude is completely dead.
I see.
Every bit of their life force has been sucked out to power a spell. The advantage that I'm going to give you is knowledge, and I'll get to that in a moment. And the triumph is that you are going to begin to close these portals. So these portals are going to start to heal themselves, essentially. You tried to heal this person. It did not work. There is no one left to heal. Instead, that healing magic, this blue fire, starts to heal the rips in space and heal the portal openings instead. So it is going to take them an action to get through the portals, and it is going to get progressively harder every turn. And the knowledge that I'm going to give you for that advantage is that this person that is on the ground dead is not the source of the power that opened up these portals. He was more let's call it fuel. He was a medium for that power. He was not the source. So whatever did do this thing was working through him, but it is not him. He was just a tool. And that will bring us to Ajax. You see this blue fire start to ring around the portals, and go ahead.
But before you go and run off with Ajax, how do you want to deal with the fact that I just dropped a 0 strain?
Oh, you go unconscious. It's very simple. You
Yeah,
go
man,
unconscious.
that's how that goes. Strain,
Oh my God.
you can actually just become catatonic. So maybe you don't fall asleep or pass out, but you just like start drooling out of the corner of your mouth.
Yeah, you're incapacitated. So that takes whatever form you
yes.
want. Whether you're just like you're like so tired, you just like lean forward and you can't do anything. You've got like a massive headache and you can't focus. Like until you get strain healing, you can't do anything basically.
Yeah, I already stated that I crossed the I knew this was happening, so I crossed him on his chest, and then basically I'm leaning on him. So there you go.
Okay, cool, great.
Not good.
Not good at all. Yeah. Okay. So yes, Ajax. All of you see this blue fire start to ring this person, and then it can't take hold, so it shoots out and attaches to all of the portals and starts eating away at them, turning it back into normal space. And then Carl collapses, and Ajax, it is your go.
So I put this in the chat because I thought it was funny, but I actually, instead of blue flames, can they like form giant crochet hooks and crochet the holes shut? Because that's what Carl does in his spare time. Or like knitting needles.
Funny as hell. I think what it is because Carl's like going between conscious and unconscious. I think it starts just as this blue fire, but as he uses the strain and gets closer to unconscious, it like shifts a little bit into these like crochet hooks, and so you can just tell that it's like these crochet hooks and whatnot until he falls unconscious, and it's like his dreaming mind sort of sustaining it, and it's crocheting, so it's not intentional by him. It is like an accidental slip. I like that.
Is that okay, Aaron? I didn't want to.
It's totally okay. It's a good idea. Okay. I mean, it would pop down into maybe like a light blue scarf going to each one.
Oh, yes. That's hilarious. Yeah, it's just because he's holding the crook and the flail kind of like giant crochet hooks, and it looks like he's crocheting.
I did think about that when I did it.
So there's like this blue fiery scarf that is shooting out of the crook and flail, going and closing up the portals. That's funny. All right, Ajax,
I've done what I came to do. All right, so the one in front of me is stunned.
Yep,
and terrified of me.
Side. Yep, mm-hmm. And on the other side.
And there's 4 more trying to come through.
Yes, 4 more will come through this portal as soon as you are done, or 5 more will step through. 1 for each of the portals will step through after you are done with this turn. Or actually, no. Forgive me. It will only be 4 because the one in front of you is closed off to things. So 5 would come through, but this one's closed off. So 4 more will come through.
So I'll move over to the next one that's closest to me. Mm-hmm. Stay in your crate. Stay in your crate. And then I'll bite him in the face.
That's funny. All right. Yeah. Roll your attack.
Like that's how he thinks of home. You go to your crate.
That makes sense. Let me pull them up because I didn't, like a silly person.
Okay, so I still have the double thing, so that just doubles my proficiency, right?
I don't remember.
Is that how we were doing that?
Was this
for the potion? Yeah.
I think I gave you 2 upgrades. Was that it?
Is that what it is?
I think that's what we did, because that's I think what we did originally is I increased one of your, like all of your physical stats by 1. I think I just gave you 2 upgrades this time. Maybe I only gave you 1 upgrade. Does anybody remember? Like actually remember? Because I might be making this up.
Well, I have written down double all checks. So
double all.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your brawn?
4 yellow and 1 green. So that would be
his brawn is terrifying.
That would be 5 yellow and 3 green if we doubled it.
Let's call it 2 upgrades. I don't know what the doubling was, but let's call it 2 upgrades. So
that's 5 yellow, 1 green.
Because that's already so much.
And it's a melee, so it's average. So 2 red. Because they're upgraded twice?
Yeah, 2 red upgraded twice, and they have 2 melee defense, so also 2 blacks.
2 black. Do we have to spell out black, or is it blue that we spell out?
Black.
To spell out black.
I think you can do BLA, but I don't. I never remember.
Okay.
Roll.
Was the summoned coffee in cyberspace real? Gosh, I don't know the answer to that because I think it would have had real effects on their brains while they were in cyberspace because like electrical impulses, but I don't know if that would translate out. And I also don't know if it would have had any lasting effects anyway. 5 successes. Holy wow.
Yep.
And everything else is a wash?
Yes. But my bonus abilities, if you recall, I automatically get 1 success and 2 advantages for raging. So it's
Cool.
6. And then I will spend the 2 advantages to stun him for 4 rounds because I yelled at him to stay in his crate.
Okay.
And so that is a total of 6 successes. That's 8. Nope. So that's 5 points of damage plus 2 for every additional success. So 12, 17, no, 15. And then because I've been crit, for each crit, I add 2 damage as well. And I've been crit twice. So that's a total of 19 points of damage.
Do you need an abacus?
Okay.
I mean,
A little bit.
Seriously?
Maths
Okay.
are hard.
All right, he takes 13, and did you say that was enough advantages to crit? I didn't catch that.
It was enough advantages to stun, so
to
I can
stun, that's
spend
right.
two advantages to stun for 4. So he'll have 4 black dice on all checks.
Okay, so the first one is stunned 6 for a round. The second one is stunned 4 for a round. That stun is going to go. Okay, very cool.
And he takes 4 stun damage, so 4 of his strain goes away.
Oh,
No
okay.
soak on that.
Interesting. How do I do that with these guys?
I don't know how much strain they have, but
It doesn't give me a strain, so I'm assuming that is essentially the same. It just goes to the thing. Because
well, your strain is based off of your cunning or willpower. It's willpower.
Why don't they give me a strain threshold for these?
So usually it's 10, and unless they have it's like 10 plus their willpower. Unless they're particularly dumb, then it's 8 plus their willpower.
Okay, yeah. So it only gives you strain thresholds for nemesis, which these are not technically like the
anything that's not a nemesis normally takes strain damage as wound.
Yeah, so it takes strain as wound. So that was 6.
So 4.
4. Okay, so that and that.
Yep.
Okay, so he's taken 17 total. Stun 4. Okay. Do you guys, this is when I'm going to ask if any of you want to use either of the remaining NPCs as an asset in any way. It would have to be like relatively minor because it's not happening on a turn, but it is potential at this point.
Yeah, could Dan like put his robot arms in front of one of the portals and keep one from pushing through?
Yes, I think so. Because
he's big and strong, right?
Yeah, because they have to take an action to get through right now, so I can make that one have to make a check. Sorry, make that one's like difficulty higher. They have to make like athletics checks to get through.
And a couple of the unarmed guards see Carl go catatonic and like pick him up and run with him.
That's.
I wanted to say something, but I was awfully tired.
Let's do this because they're all running and we use the asset to make them run. Let's have Fina grab Carl because she's literally right next to him anyway. So Fina grabs Carl and starts shuffling out with him, and Dan will go up and make one of these horrors more difficult for them to get through. So we have 4 of these dudes, coming through, one of which is stunned. Stunned just increases difficulty, correct, by 4? Or
it gets 4 black dice, yeah.
Okay. So
to all checks.
One of them has 6 black dice. One of them has 4 black dice. 2 of them are just normal. One of them is going to be difficulty upgraded twice. I believe before I set the difficulty at hard.
Average, isn't it? Hard
for them to push. I'm pretty sure I put for them pushing through the things at hard. I'm going to keep it hard. So for the 3 that don't have any things, they have 4 green against 3 purple, and I think that's it. I look.
Oh crap! I have combat veteran. I should have added a blue die. Oh well.
Guys, I'm just so bad at this game. Okay, so these are the 3 that are trying. All dice have canceled out. Wow!
Wash, baby.
They all failed.
That's insane. Okay, so I think it's just they get their claws in, and they are too they're being damaged by this healing fire that is closing these portals. They're being hurt. I don't. They're not being damaged. They're being hurt by it, and they're also they're freaking out, and so they keep getting pushed towards it. So they're doing this weird hesitation dance thing, trying to get into the things, and none of those 3 get through. So the one being
plus there's an alpha predator on the other side that scared the shit out of one and hurt the other one.
Yeah, so and then the one being hurt by Dan is going to do 1 red, 2 purple. That one success and a threat. So that one's actually going to push past Dan. But there's a threat there. And then the final 2 are 4 green, 3 purple, 4 black. Okay, so the one you just stunned, just a threat. So I think he's going to have an additional. Let's call it. We'll deal with that in a minute. Actually, we'll just aggregate the threats all as one, because that makes more sense right now. Because they're kind of acting as a thing. 4 green, 3 purple, and 6 black. This is the one you stunned last round. This is his last round of stun.
He got in.
Wow, he got in. This is the one that killed Jeff. The one that killed Jeff pushed in. So I think the threats are that the probe into his mind and the fact that he is unstunned now. This thing is enraged, and I think it is also probably focused on one of you. I'm gonna say probably Tyke because of the mind thing. I think it. That's what it is.
Tyke's also wearing the jacket.
Yeah, Tyke's also wearing the jacket. I think it can perceive you. I don't want to say smell, but it is kind of like scent. And so I think it focuses down really hard on Tyke, because in that weird mind reading thing, because this is 4 threats, I think some of your memories of that instance also transfer over. So I think it sort of almost like Vulcan mind meld for a short amount of time. So this thing starts to see a little bit from your perspective of that thing. And I think that just gives it the ability to track you really well right now. So that is that one. It gets out. And it is going to.
Threats be bad things towards it, not good things?
That's a good point. Wait.
Yeah, that seems to be helping it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
How about it's terrified of the Jeff jacket because he's back?
Yeah, the blinding light.
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick with the same thing, but spin it differently, because I was so I think that is still what it is. It's a little bit of a Vulcan mind meld. Some of these memories are transferred over, and it sees your perspective, and it sees that you were afraid and you were defending your home and defending your friend. And so it is not until it is provoked. This one that just got through is not going to take any hostile action, at least towards people that smell quote unquote similarly to Tyke. So basically the 4 of you. It might take hostile action against the guards and Fina and the mech. Well, probably not the mech because Tyke is in that, but anything else. But it won't take hostile action to you guys because it can tell that you are similar to Tyke, and it is seeing things from his perspective a little bit. Then I think with 3 total threats on the other ones, we can probably hit them, do some damage to one of them with the mech. So I'm just gonna pick a number. Let's see. Pixie, let's have you roll a thing. Why don't you roll me a d10? Because you're in the dice channel. Why don't you roll me a d10 real quick? If you have it up. If not, I can just do it.
Oh, she has a D10 probably in her hand.
You could also do that. I don't really care either way.
She's typing.
Because this is just gonna be easier than trying to figure out how much damage does the mech do? What is it? How does it do? Result 9. Okay, so this the mech Dan through the mech deals a palpable hit to the one that just entered in, and after soap gets 9 damage in on this guy. And that
He
is
just Kong punches the horror.
just like, yeah, full double fist down, and that brings us to the top of the ostensible order. Actually, no, there's one of them that was still in here, the one next to Carl and Fina. So that one needs to attack. And let's see. Who wants it? Carl is down. Fina has Carl. Goose is right there. Tyke is in the mech. I think it goes for the mech. That seems good to me that it goes for the mech. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually roll this one.
Anything other than Goose sounds good to me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, we know how many wounds Goose has.
Yeah. I think I give the mech 2 melee ranged each, so that should be that. It's melee, so 2 purple and 2 black. Okay, let's see how this goes. 3 failures, 5 threats. Bad. It goes very bad. Oh, I didn't roll any proficiency. What is wrong with me? Why did I roll red?
It didn't go bad. It just didn't happen.
That's a lot of difficulty. That's a lot of difficulty.
Roll. I meant to do 4.
You forgot the green
yellow.
And yellow.
It's supposed to be 4 yellow against 2 purple, 2 purple and 2 black. Because I have the red and purple dice associated with the bad guys. So whenever I roll, it's just, yeah, there we go. This is what it's supposed to actually be. 2 successes. Okay, so that means basically nothing because they deal not enough damage +2 to do the thing.
To get through the soak of the mech.
It is 10 total damage. The soak of the mech is 10, so it does not do anything to the mech.
Clang.
So cool. Great. That is that, which does bring us to the rest of y'all. Who wants to get in there and do a thing?
Quick question.
Yes, sir.
And this is super basic. But in the rules, like when it says you overcome an opponent's threshold, is that like
wound or strain threshold, basically knocking them down, killing them,
so I would
knocking them out.
Yeah, so I would have to basically take out the entirety of their strain.
Yeah. Which for these guys
Except
is
they don't
combined
have
with their
strain.
wound. Yeah, they don't technically have wound. Any strain damage you deal goes to their wounds essentially. So it's all one thing.
Oh yeah, but this is so
What's the
I want to try to possess one of them.
Okay.
Woohoo! That's a roller coaster ride.
Okay. Okay, so you have to overcome
it's a projection versus discipline check.
Mm-hmm.
And yes.
So you have to deal damage.
Yes, upon exceeding an opponent's threshold. Oh.
So this sounds it sounds like it's like a reaction you can take once you basically kill, quote unquote, somebody, kill/knock down somebody from a psychic attack. So it sounds like you'd have to make a psychic attack, and if you knock them out, you would be able to possess them basically instead of just killing them or whatever. I think is what it sounds like.
No, I think it's an opposed check that I make against them though.
What book is it in? Because I can take a look.
It's in the
book.
yeah. It's on page 27. Also, like, it is so hard to read this PDF on my screen with the light, like, right over the screen.
Oh man, I suck at finding these. Which one is it? Divine, Arcane. Sorry, guys.
Page 27 of the psychic book, not the core book.
What is it called? It's just called
Boundary.
It's in the Foundry.
Foundry, yeah.
Foundry Sigh.
Foundry Sigh. I'm so sorry, everyone.
You should be.
I mean, I could attack while he's doing that.
Yeah, except that then I'm gonna not be paying attention to your attack. Why can I not find this?
Okay.
I can't find Foundry. Foundry. Oh, Genesis Foundry.
It's Genesis Foundry.
Okay,
Yep.
I found it. And you said 27? Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you just like do your thing, and then we'll worry about this if it brings it to 0.
Well, because I don't know. Okay, is this mind control or possession or what?
Possession.
Using a combination.
It says,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, there you go.
As with mind control, this is a projection for a discipline check, but upon okay. And so okay. What the heck? Okay, so it says as in mind control. So this is done by
mind control is a strain thing.
This is done by inflicting enough strain or wounds in the case of minion rise to overcome their threshold, at which point the psychic can compel them to do or think what they want. So basically, yeah, once you basically do a psychic attack. And if you beat their threshold, then you can do the projection versus discipline. Basic. Oh no, never mind. No, it is a projection versus discipline, and each success applies strain. So, and if you do enough strain to overcome the rest of their threshold, then you can take over their thing. These
don't have strain. Basically, they're too stupid to possess.
I mean, you could still do it. Like it's just that like they like it would
do wound.
Yeah, it does the wounds. Instead of it collapsing and not being a combatant, you possess it and can be a horror. So you could still do it for sure. I will say that it is going to, on the most damaged of these ones, it is going to be pretty difficult to do that much. But you can definitely try it, and I'm here for it.
Ants versus discipline. Who knows what their discipline is?
Yeah,
I know.
But I just. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like those rules are like kind of broken. That like there's a reason I've never tried to possess somebody or even do mind control stuff because I've always just been like
you have to you have to do a crap ton of damage. It's like that it is you literally have to like essentially kill somebody to do it. So it's kind of giving you for like nemesis, it gives you the option to like take control over them rather than doing wound damage to them. And then for like things like these, essentially it like gives you the ability to be
you could possess Ajax. He has a really crappy strain.
It sounds like this. You're not gonna just be possessing everyone, but if you can like pick a target, whittle them down with other attacks first, and then when they look weak, do it.
Yeah. It's kind of like
also sounds like they designed it to be as very difficult as possible because possession should not be easy. It does say that animals are easier to do though.
Yeah, it's kind of like sleep in D&D. The more damage you do to a thing, kind of, it's vague, but the more damage you do to something, the easier it's going to be. If it's like
how close am I to Carl?
You would be short range. You'd be like a maneuver away from getting there.
So I could get to him.
Yes, you can get to Carl if you wanted. Yeah.
Okay.
He is currently being like dragged towards the exit by Seraphina.
Yeah, right. Well, we're all supposed to be running away. So I'll just bound towards Carl, and then I'm going to cast Soothe. Or not cast. I'm doing like mental strain helping stuff. So I just make a projection check And then
A simple
every
projection on this. Okay. So yeah, you just roll projection then, straight up and down, and he
Okay.
gains strain for each success.
okay. Same. So
Feel better.
yeah.
Positive waves.
Chill out, man.
You know, I heard on the radio on the way home today that knitting is a form of
Meditation.
mental relaxation, meditation that allows you to disconnect from the stress of your day and just feel better about yourself.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be like the mech doing the Mr. Miyagi thing.
Okay, hold on.
So 3 successes.
Wait. Yeah, no. Stop. Because we have our first ever 100 bits for a reroll being paid. Since we have not resolved it yet. Perfect timing. Yes, perfect timing.
Okay.
That's a
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
Reroll that.
All right.
Yes, after the roll is done, before we start to resolve, that is when you can do that 100 bits. Yes, well done. Our first successful version of that. We'll get an official thing in that at some point. Why is this not auto?
That's way better.
That is so much better. I don't know what you were going for with that, Pixie, but you gave Carl 6 strain instead of 3.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fantastic.
Now Ty can go to sleep.
Okay. You got an advantage, so I'm going to let Carl take a turn this round. Instead of essentially making him skip. So if you want to do something now, you wake up and you are crocheting with your hook and flail the portals together. And you can see that is kind of burning them closed. It looks like it's still taking some time. Like it's going to take a bit for these portals to go because this is incredibly powerful magic, but that is happening and you are awake and you may go if you would like, unless somebody wants to go before you.
So I wake up to seeing scarves slowly enveloping the rifts and like sutures, or just covering them like a blanket,
like scarves, coming out of your crook and flail and wrapping around the edges of the portal and then eating into the portal bit and making it like a normal space instead of like portal. So yeah, you are making blue fiery scarves that are closing the portals slowly.
Cool. I would like to turn those blue fiery scarves into blue fiery blankets so they do it faster.
Okay, so you want to make this go even more? Okay, so
yes.
I forgot what I set the difficulty at before, but it's going to be a little bit harder. So I'm going to set it at God, I really wish I remembered what I did.
You gave him 2 red, 2 purple because we can scroll up and
look at. I just went up and looked. Perfect. 2 red, 2
cool.
purple.
Okay, cool. So yes, 4 red is my impulse for this. So you're gonna do 4 red, and what did I give you the 2 black for? I remember giving you 2 black, but what did I give you that for?
It doesn't matter. They're gone.
Oh, that's right. You took them away. Okay, so yeah. All right. So yeah, just 4 red up and down then. To try and make these things go faster, knit faster, blanket faster, scarf faster.
All right, roll is out.
Roll 4. Oh, that's my lord.
You're the one who threw 4 reds on there, dude. You're the one who threw 4 reds.
4 failures is the same as 0 successes, so it doesn't like. They're not worse.
You definitely do not succeed, and you got 2 advantages.
There's a reroll.
Oh, look at that reroll!
All right, there we go. Redo it. When we make this official, we're gonna have to make it more expensive.
I propose that we start copying and pasting our rolls.
Oh,
yes.
I have had this idea that I sort of wish Discord would operate like a Linux command line terminal where you could just arrow up and it would yes.
Yeah, I don't think you get a second reroll. That's still a failure.
Oh my God, yeah, I agree. I think first one is okay. That sucks. I think with this, because this is fully in like a fan thing. I think at the end you can, if there's a dispute, like if the second one is worse, you can choose which one, I guess. The
It's
person
the
who
luck
pays-
feat, huh?
Yeah, basically it's luck feat or like advantage, basically. So if you're doing it to make it worse for the party,
Okay.
then we can pick the worse of the two. If you're doing it to make it better, which I believe Pixie was doing this time, we can choose the better of the two. And technically the first roll is better because
First
there
one
are
was
two
better.
advantages.
Yeah, the advantages.
Yeah.
But
Also,
so
picking the worst is completely legitimate, though.
yeah, agreed. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, especially
If I do it, it's going to be to make it worse.
yeah, because if I were in the thing, I would often do it to screw over the party. That would be how I was doing it all the time, probably. Okay, so the two advantages I think is one, you don't make this worse. And I think something else happens that is adjacent to this. I think
I think he keeps closing it because like this is a concentration thing.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I mean. Is basically like he doesn't stop the first spell from working. That is still going to continue to close things. It's not going to go any faster. But I think also, I think you intensify the like fire, like the fire part of these things, and it eats into the inside of the portal. So it's not going any faster, but now they are like blazing with these blankets of blue fire. Because we're an alliterative place, we got to do lots of bees, and I think that makes all of the horrors that are around the portals much more tentative. Again, these are very animalistic. We know now, so they are like
So black dye, because that's more alliteration. Blazing blue black dye.
Blazing blue blankets causing black dice. No, I think it's more like they're going to hesitate before they come through the portals. Those that are on the other side still, and those that are on this side, yes, will have a black die to doing anything while they're in the radius. So that leaves us with, I believe, Ajax and Goose.
Take it away, man.
All right, yeah. I guess I'm still waiting for everyone else to file out of the room. I'm gonna pull both pistols and fire at the horror that tried to attack the mech.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that will be against 2 red. Oh, and sorry, 2 black also because they have ranged defense. My bad.
Okay. Well, I'll use my movement to aim, so I'll get an extra blue.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. This horror, the one that attacked the mech, has 9 points of damage done to it, just so everyone knows. That's the one that Pixie rolled for damage.
You said 2 black?
Yep, 2 black.
Nice.
Nice, very good. 4 successes,
Yeah.
1 threat. Sounds good. What is the total damage on that?
Well, I did not make my second pistol hit. So that is going to be 10 damage total.
Okay.
Plus 2 pierce.
2 pierce. Okay, so effective 12. Very cool. All right, that one takes about 6. I don't know why I said about 6. It takes 6. Their soak is 6.
Exactly 6.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know why I'm like trying to like couch it or whatever. This is not D&D. I don't need to pretend. It takes 6. So the 3 that are out here, no, 2 are out here, excuse me, and the one that has been attacked by Ajax in the portal, they are looking about as hurt as each other. They're not doing particularly well. And Goose, yeah, you turn and do some cover fire. You do pierce into its hide a little bit. That brings us to finally Ajax, the goodest boy.
Yep. I'll turn to the one that's attacking the mech.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Back in your crate. Back in your crate.
Rawr, rawr, rawr.
Bite him.
Okay. So.
Sweet. It didn't do the thing. It didn't add the 1 success and 2 advantage. That's fine. 7 successes, 3 advantages, and a despair.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You figure out what the total damage is there real quick for me. Good boy.
Yep.
because I have a strong feeling you're about to kill this thing.
Yeah.
Which makes the despair a very interesting thing. Because I just don't know what you could possibly do with a despair with it dying.
Like
It's
balls
19 points of
on him.
damage.
Okay, yeah, you 100% can destroy this thing. Do you kill it, or do you like do enough damage that it like turns and leaves out of the portal? That is the first question I have for Ajax.
Ooh, I would love to have a nemesis horror that like knows who I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
then that's the
Yeah.
despair. That's the despair.
Yeah.
You do enough damage to this thing that it is not like, it is a little bit maimed, but not like super bad. And I think you have a moment where you like stare down at each other, and you have just dealt this nearly mortal blow to this thing, and it just scrambles out of the portal. You can see the blue fire as it goes through sort of like cauterizes some of the wounds, and you can see that it flees into the darkness of these portals. So yeah, we have somewhere out there now a nemesis horror for Ajax.
Yeah, I want to scar it though. That way we know it's that
that's
one.
really
like,
good.
Like I want to like bite it on the like the scruff of the neck and just like rip out a big chunk of its like neck plate armor. So like when we see it, it'll have like a big scar.
Yeah, it has this like big bite scar.
Can this one constantly ooze green from that scar, please?
Yeah,
they don't bleed green though. They bleed black.
Not. Yeah, it's not blood. It is a magical
potion.
trace.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like oh, interesting.
Just
Or
like
it's
like a tag.
Green. It heals green or whatever. Yeah.
Interesting.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, it oozes a little bit of this like weird alchemical like substance green ooze stuff, like almost venom that Ajax has right now, because he's just almost literally oozing this alchemicals. Okay, yeah, I dig that. So it's got this big chunk out of its metal carapace and exoskeleton and stuff, and there's just like this oozing green that comes out of it, and we will see them again at some point.
Yeah,
because that's how
back in your crate
work.
And he like throws it so it goes into the portal.
Oh yeah, and you throw it, and it like you just see it like it pulls itself the rest of the way in, and like we see it like turn back and like clock you really clearly, and then it like scrambles away. And which I believe is everybody, right? So that brings us to the horrors again. Okay, this is probably going to be the last round in this combat. I'm going to make just one check for all of them, because it is just easier that way. Or green against 3 purple. I'm gonna say I'm gonna make it harder. I'm gonna make it 5 purple. I'm gonna make this really difficult for them. And we'll just see how it goes. 2 successes, 5 threats. Okay, so I think so this is basically them attempting to go like either keep the portals open longer or get through more. So I think what this means is that they are definitely going to more of these things are going to get through. With there being threats, I think that this is going to take a large amount of effort for them, so that effectively they're not going to be a direct threat to you guys, but they are going to be extant in the world now. So I think what happens is we see Goose, you are giving cover fire for everybody. Serafina is helping Carl, well, not Carl anymore, but helping everybody out through the doorway. We just see these dozens of IS Corp people, IS Corp guards running away. Some of them that are armed, we see, I think Goose, you start to organize them into a tactical retreat a little bit. We have the mech near the back with Tyke now falling asleep, falling unconscious in it, and Dan is like shoving stuff in the way as these like another half dozen horrors pull themselves out of the portals. We can see the portals are being burnt into nothing, and some of them get burnt and get parts of them cut off as these portals close. So we can see there's like these like I think there's about 8 of them still alive, 6 of which haven't been hurt until they go through the portal. Some of them have burns and bits of them cut off, and they are just like, they're trying to go through things, but you guys are able to make a tactical retreat and get to the exit. Do you guys go up or down, I think is the question.
Up, right?
Up. Okay.
We're just trying to get out of the building.
Yeah, we've got coordinates to get to.
Yeah. Are you guys going to head out the floor that Zed burned through, or are you going to try and go up the stairwell?
It's more dangerous to try and climb a rope while horrors are chasing you.
Yeah,
Okay,
I think we go through the stairs.
Not to
Okay.
mention we landed in a room that was on fire.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you guys have,
I'd like stairs.
you also have guards to think about.
Yeah. Do the guards like have a key to an elevator? Like, is there an elevator we don't know about that they could lead us to?
I think no. So there isn't. So basically, you guys find
I don't
out.
want to be in a giant metal box while horrors are around.
So this is how we will end. We're going to end this with like an escape sequence, basically. So you guys are running from these horrors, and we hear this crashing behind you. The mech is like tearing things down and putting things in their way. Goose and the rest of the armed IS Corp people are like every time that you can see the horrors chasing you, you guys are like firing into them to try and give yourselves some cover. I want each of you to establish something that happens during this, good or bad. I don't care. Really. But like something that is interesting that happens about this. I'm going to start it by explaining something about this compound and the way that this compound is designed. There is one entrance and one exit to each floor. One of them obviously is the stairwell down, and the other is the stairwell up. So that is the only way to get into each floor. And the floors are designed so that you have to go through 80% of the floor to get to the other side. It is a security feature. So it forces you to literally go through every room and be seen by all of the cameras and go through all of the security airlocks to get from one place to another. So it is essentially impossible for anybody to infiltrate without being seen, because you have to go through the whole floor. So that is the first thing you guys find out, is that you are having to run from these horrors through almost every room on every floor. So you go through just about every room you came through to get to where you were, to get to the stairwell, to go back up. And then you do the same on each of the other 2 floors. So what else happens during this chase sequence? While these things are ripping through the IS Corp compound, trying to get to you guys are escaping with these dozens of guards. What's going on?
Do I still have my walkie-talkie?
Sure, why not? I don't see any reason why you wouldn't.
All right. Just gonna, I don't know, like pull out a rubber band or whatever I can to hold down the like listen button and throw it down an opposite hallway that we're not going down, so they can like hear us through the walkie-talkie and maybe think that we're the opposite direction that we are. And I guess
smart.
using my cunning snare ability to
Cool.
basically make them take the wrong way.
Yeah, okay. That's cool. I think that why don't we have Jacob, why don't you pull a tarot card for us just to actually, what do we have?
With the cunning snare ability, they are supposed to make a vigilance versus my survival.
Yeah, but I'm inclined to make most of these things just work, because we're about to wrap up and like stuff like that. So I'm inclined to just make it work, but I want an overall like theme for the for how the chase goes, which is, so I think we should let's pull a tarot card. Just to see how, like, in general things go, because some things might go well, some things might go poorly, and everybody else think about what you're establishing about all this.
So I got the star upside down.
Ooh,
We got star before?
I don't think so. Not that I remember.
Doesn't sound familiar.
No.
Sounds like
Reverse.
Major Arcana.
Oh. Oof. Despair. Illness. Depression. Arrogance. Illness again. Fear. Boredom. No inspiration.
Interesting. So I think what happens is you toss this walkie-talkie down the sideway, and I think it pulls a few of them off. And what they do is they destroy the walkie-talkie very quickly. It buys you guys some time, but not enough. And I think the reason you had to do this is because they were getting close. Like they were outrunning you because you guys were like going through the stairwell. And I think because of this, I think some of the guards like are left on the tail end and get got. Whether or not they die or whatnot, you don't know for sure, but they definitely get hurt. So you have lost some of these people, and they are either like having to like lay on the ground maimed or hide or run away or something. So some of these people are not with you anymore. Who else?
Alternative pitch.
Okay.
It works so well that the rest of the chase is boring.
That is okay. I think we can do both. So it works so well.
I got a little tittle to add to this.
Go ahead.
In the main security room, Jared and Kim have woken up to see the people they ostensibly have been knocked out from running with Serafina and a whole bunch of highly trained operatives from the horrors downstairs, and they start opening and closing security doors as we pass.
Okay, I dig that. So I think this is
because they were holding hands when they woke up.
Yes. So both of these things happen in tandem. So Goose does this, and this distraction again, Pixie gives us 100 bets for this. So this distraction works super well. And added with the, what were their names again? Kim and who?
Jared and Kim
do such a good
God
job.
For notes.
So 95% of this chase is really boring. It is just you lost the horrors and you're getting out. Except because of the literal first word of the card is despair. Yeah. Suddenly, without any notice, you guys are on the top floor again. You are about like, halfway through the room, and suddenly without notice, these horrors just explode out of the floor. And I think they take out a good number of guards.
Well, they took our trick.
Yes. Yeah. And I think they also hurt you guys a bit. I think let's ambiguate and just say
I would like to spend the chariot that the guards that are with us, the ones that survive this, are leading us to their Apache helicopter that will fit Ajax and everybody else inside of it so we can get away.
You mean a Chinook helicopter?
Yeah, I was going to say, you need
an Apache.
One of those fucking giant,
the two-rotor ones.
Yeah, it's like, this is more of a,
I think they have one.
VTOL plane. This is not a helicopter. This is a VTOL plane. That is the only way.
At least for Ajax, that just has like a net on the bottom to like carry him.
Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Okay. So here's the thing. These horrors bust through the floor, and I think what happens is you lose a lot of people. Everybody take 4 wounds. Because this is, you guys basically have to, you have to a little bit fight them off. You lose a bunch of people, and they cut off the actual main floor escape route. So you cannot go up that way. So the only remaining way to get out of this compound is the way you guys left before, the garage, or the helipad. So I think, yes, the Serafina takes charge and is like, okay, this is obviously not going to work. We need to get out of here. If we try and drive away from here, they're just going to follow us and create a bunch of destruction in our wake. We need to get out of here in a way that makes it so they can't follow us. We're going to the helipad. And so she leads you guys to this like, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. style giant bus VTOL Quinjet thing, which will we will definitely get into more detail about that later, but because that sounds fun as hell. And I think they lead you down that direction. And so that was Nick, Colby, and Aaron. Jacob, do you have anything you want to add to this as you guys are heading to this helipad and loading up in this bus and getting out of here?
Yeah. Okay. So I think the way that this gets recorded in Tyke's mind, since he's asleep, is that he is riding Centaur Hank Hill, like through kind of a bumpy forest, and it's an unpleasant ride. I'm kind of blanking on what to make the helicopter though.
What if he just morphs into like he changes from Centaur Hank Hill into a giant griffin Hank Hill or like dragon or something like that? Yeah, like a giant winged Hank Hill beast that picks all of you guys up. Pixie has said that an us-tuber on the street is watching this happen. I'm actually going to go a little bit farther because something that you guys have not dealt with yet, that I've been trying to hint at with Dan, is that there's a bunch of shit going on outside in the outside world as well. So this is what, like the final scene. We see this like in like back and forth between the actual happening. Everybody's running through this Everybody's running through this IS Corp compound to this giant flying bus, basically. And then we switch over and Tyke is riding Centaur Hank Hill through a bumpy forest. And then we get to the bus. Everybody's loading on. It happens to have a big cargo bay where Ajax can run in and lay down. And it's cramped, but also adorable. And we see over in Tyke's, like mind space, Centaur Hank Hill morphs into this giant, beautiful winged beast and starts to lift off as the Airbus also lifts off. And we see the horrors crash into this helipad and start like climbing over each other. And one of them like leaps up and we get this really beautiful cinematic moment where it very nearly just rakes its claws across the thing, but it's like a few inches short. And it like glints in the sunlight. And we see the bus fly away towards the east. And the camera pans back down to see these horrors tearing out into the outside area of this world. And we pull up a little bit and we see ringed around this IS Corp building in the early morning sun. Like this is like just shortly after sunrise. In the early morning sun, we see thousands and thousands and thousands of protesters who have gathered in a huge crowd around the city block, around the Portland building. They're waving signs. A bunch of them say down with IS Corp. Some say like reveal your secrets. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We maybe even look and we see a few familiar faces, but we'll hint at that a little bit later. And we see as the horrors tear out of this like open helipad area, they just rip the doors off and they start going into the city. And that is when we cut to black.
Stupid goosebumps.
Don't you mean Colby bumps? Oh wait, no, shit, no, sorry. I got that backwards.
It's Shane bumps.
Shane bumps, yeah.
How much of this do you think is our fault?
I like the fact that we've been down there. We didn't know any of this was going on. Dan's been like, guys, we need to talk about this. And we're like, bust out like, hey, look at all the people.
Yeah. 3 different times I was like, you guys know that there's crazy stuff going on outside. Can I brief you? And then it's like, we need to deal with this. And I'm like, okay, I guess that's more important. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into the ending the show stuff that we do thing.
Well,
stuff.
Everyone, what was your favorite moment of the evening? I'm going to go ahead and call dibs on the knitting scarf blanket thing.
Oh, damn it. That's good. Yeah.
Dude,
Pixie go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I really enjoyed seeing Ajax just destroy, basically. An
absolute beast. Piggybacking off that, Pixie says Ajax getting a nemesis was really big. I really dug that also. Goose not only being the absolute first thing to do, but also the first thing that like he did in the situation, not just the first, but like first thing he did in the situation. And the first thing that happened in the episode is he took charge and like immediately told the IS Corps people to start running. I appreciated that just from a GM perspective, because you guys didn't just like be like, hey, you guys go fight these horrors while we escape, which is, not gonna lie, I was 99% expecting that exact thing. So I really appreciated him being like, no, you guys get out of here and we're all gonna escape. Like that just made me feel very good. That
Gotta fight the murder hobo.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think that's definitely going to help Goose and Fitz's relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think like my favorite part was Carl trying to bring the guy back to life. Like even though it didn't work, still succeeding in starting to close down the portals. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. I really like that because it gave me the opportunity to give you guys information that you had assumed differently up until that point, which was nice. I love it when you guys do things that give me the opportunity to give you more info about what's going on. Those are always nice.
I like the hesitation of a very large horror seeing reality from another perspective.
Yeah. Lots of new complicating information happening these last couple episodes. Very nice. Pixie
like changing
honorable
rules.
mention. Yeah, the rerolls. That was great. That was definitely fun.
Sure.
That is
ridiculous.
Quite a new experience for me, having somebody just have the power to be like, no, you're gonna do that differently. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Slash frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, so far, I mean, I'm sure it's gonna happen, but yeah. Yeah. Who knows? Thanks for coming by, Starshine. We appreciate you. Let's Nick, do we have any plugs?
Yeah, so we have a lot this week. We have Ace of Clubs, of course. Always check them out. But Center of the Universe was our pick for Supportive Sunday. You can check that out on Twitter. We do that every Sunday where we review a podcast. Center of the Universe is a podcast of friends sitting in the UK playing Dungeons and Dragons. Their characters are Bubba, Marshall, and Ups. And they're pretty hilarious and quirky. It's a great way to learn how to play Dungeons and Dragons because the DM tries to explain all the rules and like teach them how to play their characters. So check them out. We'll put a link in the description for YouTube and the podcast. Yeah. And show notes. And then Talking XP, we were in a drawing for a new encounter that they designed called the Harpies Bridge, and we won. So next week, during mainstream, we'll be playing this encounter on Twitch at our normal time, and we're going to review it live on the stream. If you like what you see and hear next week, check them out at patreon.com/talking_XP. And you can find them on Twitch, Twitter, and wherever podcasts are available. We'll have the links in the description thing. And speaking of see and hear, we are also going to be finally using Owlbear Rodeo next week for this Harpies Bridge encounter. I'm really excited about that.
That's going to be really fun. Owlbear Rodeo, the virtual tabletop. By the way, this is all 5e D&D, just to put that out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. Where can the people find us, Mr. Jacob, sir?
Yeah, well, the people can find us on RPGsAnonymous.podiant.co and all of their kind of podcast locations. You can look us up on Twitch, RPGs Anonymous, and then we're RPGs Anonymous on YouTube, RPGs Anonymous 1 on Twitter, and then join the Discord for the Momograms.
Yes, Momogram and the Dice Channel, which is new and fun and shiny and yeah, all that stuff. It's fun. Aaron, take us away with the shout outs.
Oh yeah, definitely shout outs. Congratulations to Sir Hexalot. Or Heckalot? I put an S in there. I'm an animal. Anyway, it's great. Sir Heckalot, you're number 69 on our follower list.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice. Special
That
number.
does put us though
It's
within
funny.
the short reach span of 6 people of reaching our 75 follower goal.
6.
And I did say 6.
Yes, I know. I'm sighing because we are only 6 away. Yes.
You scared me. I thought I did it wrong again.
No,
So much
no.
editing.
Yeah, that was me
Tell your
looking
friends.
forward to a lot of editing. Yeah.
Tell your friends, tell your family, get some folks out here to follow us. We will drop 3 bonus episodes that look at this perspective of this game from a whole nother point of view.
Which are going to become very important soon. Just saying. There's going to be some stuff going on that relates to those things in the next couple episodes. We won't reference them like so heavily that they become absolutely necessary, but it will be much more interesting if you have seen those bonus episodes. Heard, whatever, both of those. So 6 followers, and we release those. Other than that, we stream Monday nights at 6:30 PST, 9:30 EST. We stream Fridays for Nerd Chat at 7 EST, 3 PST. We have the YouTube. We've got some stuff up there. We are absolutely popping off on Twitter, doing reviews and taking part in a whole bunch of TTRPG community stuff. You can chat with us on any of that through the Discord. You can send us an email at rpgsanonymous@gmail.com if you want to say anything or whatever. We're around always. Does anybody have any final thoughts?
That was 14 episodes in this dungeon crawl of our 32.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Almost half the game.
How? That's
Yeah.
insane. I want to forget that information right now. And I think that means alcohol. So I guess we'll see everybody in the multiverse.
There's
The
a
Drunkiverse.
The Drunkenverse.
Drunkiverse, yeah.